of control. It also, at least, you know, is able to assist the single Sentinel. I think some teams have been liking the double Sentinel here, but with the Taeho, you can at least dial it back a little bit. That, again, if you're proactive enough, it feels like you have another Sentinel with you. So much control is available to you. And, well, liking that one, as both teams, again, as you mentioned, have brought it to the stage.
And I'm not 100% sure about this, but the Tail has been effective on attacking split for a good chunk of VCTC. You look back against Team Secret Academy for Alter Ego, ran the same comp, 10 rounds on the attacking side. Maybe it's because the agent is relatively new. People still aren't as accustomed to playing against it. But that area denial, that extra bit of initiation, it's been very helpful for attackers on split. And speaking of who's on the attack, it's AE looking to find the first salvo here.
Yeah, bit of information gathered already here by Alter Ego. So Durnkin has used Trailblazer to creep up on top mid. Didn't see anyone, actually. Quick little nade from Nakia, and I think he's actually just going to send it in. Goes around the corner here. Quick little blind, and Nakia is just going at it ballistic. Kakarot does get the trade, but down low as the rest of Alter Ego flood into the site. They still have the numbers. Hot Sauce trying to do his best to just stop them down, and as Durnkin doesn't fall and keel over, he's going to be able to regrowth and heal up his teammates. This is good because they need to top themselves off and play for the post plant to get that spike planted down. One big thing here as well, Chud coming in through mid with a nice little flank, or nice little late lurk as well.
The Drin King able to get the spike planted. Flash, especially for the incel. But Zin and Kevzi look to find a way in. Zin the one with the punch versus the Dren King, sure. But Chud able to hold on to Heaven. Now it's tough here for Zin. Sandwich effectively between these two attackers. Gotten on the inside of the smoke, waiting to see the Cypher come in. Peekaboo! And Gotten sees you. Alter Ego will take the first round here.
Yeah, very strong start for Alter Ego here. Love the, you know, some teams would just have it send straight to the back of the B site. You don't really have to do that. Just play around the corner here where you saw Nakia plays, and you get so much map control, especially with how well they cascade their flashes. Alter Ego, solid, you know, B site take on that pistol round. Very coordinated. And again, just answers that question. Are they going to be able to have that synergy at the start of the game? Looks like that's a pretty good yes.
I mean, it's been a good yes for most of the Alter Ego series so far. You gotta wonder though, how long that's gonna last for the series itself. Will it be enough to bring the same result as we've seen from history? Well, we're gonna get a tech pause here though, and Masarai, you kicked the cable, didn't you? We're back on LAN. You're back in Malaysia, and you unplugged all the computers. Why would you do this?
What did you mean? We were on a stage. Okay, there you go. See, it's already back. We were on a stage. I kicked nothing.
You kicked nothing? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Grenade is live.
Oh, the salvo.
Oh.
So,
All right, pretty good.
It was actually really awkward a while ago for ZOL, and through the smoke even. Okay.
That was unfortunate.
That's unfortunate is putting it lightly, Asarai. But I was gonna say a while ago, ZOL was very awkward with the salvo in that last round. M1 was literally throwing out the missiles, and there was someone from Alter Ego in his face this time around. Better utility, faster initiation, and because of it, ZOL, the ones to get the first pick.
Now Emon's just holding, getting information, spots out the, well, stealth drone coming through on B main. But the call for Alter Ego is just to, again, pack up their bags and start going through the A site. It's not a bad idea, especially when Nakia still has the double satchel here. Chud now slowly creeping up, getting that information as he's synced up with the rest of the squad. Nice little smoke, but of course with the weapons that they've only gotten, it's gonna be quite difficult, yeah, for ZOL to really put some damage in.
Chud so fast! Chud! Way too quick!
30 seconds left.
Eagle-eyed, man. As soon as someone shows up, they're just erased from existence. And Alter Ego, off the back of that goes.
One enemy
the A side
remaining.
to get the plant going. Like that planted, as we said, Rinky one, Kakarot all alone. Triple kill for him. But it's not enough with the firepower AE had in the second round now for the Indonesian squad.
Yeah. Again, just solid side takes for Alter Ego. Chud really, again, showing how much firepower he's got, even as just that Cypher on the push. This is going to look much better for them on the attack when he plays for the lurk and he has that neural theft, especially now that coming into this round or maybe even the next round, they're going to have those guns available to them. That being said, though, this is only round 3 and Kakarot's pretty sporting his showstopper. That's going to be pretty big.
That's one point of contention ZOL have here as they play into their full buy. Kakarot racking up the kills, actually has 5 of them on the board, 3 from the last round.
I got the spike.
Because of it, there is some wariness from Alter Ego. Not really surprised though, as right, the pace of the game a little bit slower compared to the last one. ZOL has honestly historically been one of the more methodical teams from the PH scene. And Alter Ego wisely matching that pace, having to play into A main now.
Now, Kevs, he's committed to the fight, but he's actually dropped down to 20 just so that, I mean, he tries to stop them, right, from pushing into A main, but he's the one that takes the brunt of that damage. It's going to be a retake here for ZOL as
Spike
Alter Ego
planted.
very clean on the push. A side still there as well. Trade for trade right now. Guided salvo being used to just stop or halt the push. And it seems like Alter Ego taking the proactive route here as they push up into heaven. This forces the hand of ZOL right now start moving in, but look where the spike's planted down out in the open. The push from Nakia with that. Well, Boombot's just gonna stop Zen dead in his tracks, and look at how low Kevsy is. Then a YOLO maybe to get the tap on the spike, and Chud will not have any of that.
The average HP ZOL had there in the last 2 players was less than 20, man.
Yeah.
Alter Ego doing some decisive damage even early on, and you said it, just very proactive. As soon as they play the execute, they get so much of the site and more. They get that heaven control. ZOL still a bit more on the passive side, even in the rotations. And give that space. You got players like Nakia, of course, making that space. Chud, even a frontline Cypher, willing to be as aggressive as can be. And the neural theft for good measure. He's just willing to burn that, make sure that the bonus is secured. Very much so Alter Ego looking to invest whatever they need to secure these rounds.
Yeah, and Alter Ego's just been really good at just, again, as you mentioned, cascading those abilities, stringing it together. Now, ZOL, they've kind of gone and shifted up Zind into this B side so they can free themselves up around the map. They're getting a lot of information right now with both the Sky and the Taeho, just getting that quick info on mid and A main. Not sure if this is going to stop really anything. Nades being thrown already, or guided salvo being used. And this is heavy commitment already from ZOL just to stop them from pushing into that B site. This doesn't really give that much map control for ZOL either, but they are going to be trying to check on mid. Could be in a very cheeky spot, and he does fall down to Nakia.
Yeah, and if you notice how Evan's using these salvos, it's akin to how he would play the KO fragment. It's kind of similar, honestly. We just have more of them. Try to deny that area, prevent that push from happening. ZOL the one looking to advance, but they line up for Alter Ego. And on to B, go AE. It's looking pretty simple and clean. A 5v2 as Kakarot tries to play inside the smoke, but this spike should be planted soon here by AE.
Oh yeah, they're just,
Spike
this is just a
planted.
site for them to take. Kakarot, oh, I like, okay, he's gonna, I thought he was gonna sync up with Kevsy here, maybe go on
player
Ali.
standing.
Kevsy does fall down though. Now it's gonna be him trying to come around for the flank. This actually might work if he can satchel over, but you can already see Chud checking the position, but Kakarot finally finds that angle, takes him down. Unfortunately here, can't really find anything else. Also the question is, he has to die to the spike,
Yeah,
right?
he
'Cause-
does.
Yeah.
You don't want to bring the Bucky to the next round here, bud. And Kakarot now looking to find the contact. Nakia there with his 3rd kill. Showstoppers already. Seekers 2 coming in the next round, but it's all AE so far. And as we noted a while ago, their attacking side has been pretty scary coming into this patch with the Taeho. For the Zero Start, really showing what they can do aggressively on this map.
Yeah, absolutely. Just solid stuff from Alter Ego here, and this is problematic for ZOL to say at the least. What was it? The last time that these two faced against each other, it was honestly pretty back and forth on the first half. This is completely different from what we saw, and it might just be akin to just how well the coordination and less volatility of Alter Ego has been. Again, we're talking about how Rainforce's not here anymore to really push up into the site. That being said, though, Nakia has got some, fangs to also show to bear against ZOL here. Sending this showstopper to the... Wait! Oh boy, that was very close.
That could have been bad. It could have been bad for ZOL, but Nakia instead gets the one. Eman answers in contact. He finds value. Chud, of course, lurking on in, and Chud getting one for his troubles. Make that two! Chud has been unbelievable with these sprays. No spike plant yet, as the Armageddon buying some time here.
Yeah, forces them back. And this will... Oh, I think he can crouch over this. There you go. Zind able to play close into A main, but now he gets spotted. Doesn't know that Sayu's here around the corner and falls. Thought it was going to be a trap that he set up for against his opponent. This goes the other way, and Kakarot just could not fly high into the sky. Rain some hell from up above. Not going to work out as he gets fly swatted by Alter Ego. 5-0. It continues.
Chud is just collector by this point. He steps up where he needs the most. He picks up where Nakia leaves off. And we're seeing here for Alter Ego is a lot more comfort, really, how they play the front line. You mentioned how the old AE squad did it. And then you look at how they played Split back then. Deadlock there for Nakia to be in the back line instead. Given now he's on the raise, they're getting a lot of space that the Cypher can play off from. And not only that, pressure onto Heaven, pressure from A main. It's just looking so complete here from Alter Ego so far.
And with all of that, right, seems like it's gotta have to be a slow burn for ZOL here. ZOL's not 5-0. It's the other way. Yeah, just calling the timeout. Have to address some of the certain issues that they're kind of having at this point. And I think one of that is just they can't really hold on to a site. We were kind of expecting that, something similar to what we saw from potentially the previous series, where Taeho at least has the capability to hold on the other position where Zind as that Cypher is not on, but it hasn't been as effective because Alter Ego has been able to use this Taeho to counter the other Taeho. Great salvo positionings as well. During King with the flashes and whatnot. It's just been really well executed from Alter Ego.
Yeah, it's also pretty new from ZOL. We said it here, VCTC, first time we're gonna see them play on this map. And from the recent history, let's remember, they used to play double controller, double duelist on this one. The pace isn't the same here for ZOL, and Alter Ego showing instead the mastery that they have with this composition so far on the attack. Kakarot though, looking for an opening. Salvo comes on in. Nakia finds a box to work with. But look at the cover from Chud. Look at him go again! When there's pressure on Nakia, there's always the Cypher there, ready to go and gun them down. And even with the Salvo Astrai forcing the race to play on the box, Chud is just ready. Chud is the truth. And with a 13-2 standing for the Cypher, it's looking likely to be 6-0 now for AE.
Yeah, hot sauce.
Planted.
He's got to have to go through the A site and get a couple of kills with the Sheriff, right? Just again for the same thing. Just can't really play to survive. I think it's... Okay, we've talked about so much about how Alter Ego with their executes and whatnot, but a big thing on this one is just how damn good Chad... Well, he is a Chad right now. Chud actually has been. Dude is just straight up dry peeking, contacting, getting 2-3 kills at a time, and ZOL just does not have an answer.
Yeah. And again, it goes back to what Nakia does. He's usually in these executes playing around what Nakia's position is. Nice shot from Hot on the board. But Idrin King, that's going to be it for the round 6-0. But you said it, just so automatic on the response. Knows the angles that how he's going to cover his teammate to try and either keep him alive or effectively use Nakia as a bait of the spot. Look at that. 2 in a row was Eman and Kakarot were both trying to swing and perhaps find that raise. Nope, it's a Cypher, and nope, it's Chud killing you immediately.
So snappy with the shots too, right? He's just able to just whoop here, just get a first, second so quickly. And again, sometimes it's just as simple as that. You just have a player that's just firing at all cylinders and connecting every single thing. There. What can you really do as ZOL right now, right?
AE has just found so much value with utility all throughout. Even Adrian King, how many assists does this guy have here ever since Valorant came out, he has been a Flash player. I still remember way back when, on his Phoenix days. That's a blast for the past, but Eman sending out the drone to try and scout for mid. Alter Ego, though, showing presence, sends out their own drone to look to flush out Heaven. And it's broken, sure, by the opposing Tejo. But here's the Trailblazer, and Eman again, getting a little awkward with the salvo. Back in cover, over onto Raptors. Camera from Sin also having good angle, but it's broken quickly by Alter Ego. Eye of the sky's gone. Eman still playing from above. AE, prep for it perhaps. It's gonna be a 3 for 3 yet again, but it's Alter Ego with the advantage.
Yeah, ZOL Esports really forcing to stop Alter Ego from just getting this site without any reprimand whatsoever. There it is. 1-for-1 trade, or 2-2 right now as the round continues. Kevzi holding the angle on Ali. No plan on the spike just yet. And hold on, what's happening here? They've sent the Omen, got it on the other side of the map, and that's going to be a quick rotation for Kevzi. It's going to be faster for Kevzi. Potentially, he could maybe get a 1-versus-1 here, as you can see that Sayu is so far from the situation. If he can just get that 1-versus-1, you see the drop, and Kevzi is in.
He can defuse this. Oh,
he's so far.
The salvos, though. The salvos, you can use them from so far away. It does expose the Tails position. Kevzi expecting the swing to come out from main. But Sayu going to play this right and play it well. He does. 7-0 for Alter Ego, maximizing the time and space they had there.
Wow, I did not expect that Tejo can have so much impact from such a far distance. And honestly, the call from Alter Ego there, it was good, right? Yeah. It forces, again, Kevzi to play for that rotation in the 2-versus-1. The only problem was Sayu took forever to get into that A site, but it was just enough. I honestly thought also that Kevzi was just going to fall to Godin here, because he dropped down, and Godin, I think, spotted him falling from, dropping from window.
Godin didn't get the flick down, but it doesn't matter because Alter Ego is just on the uprise here. And immediately they take the Raps control. Sal's gonna be the response, but ZOL Esports, sure they get stalled from AE, knocking on their doorstep and knocking heads down as Nakia has found a third. Here comes the Angels again. Sin now finally shutting down the Rays, but Chud again. Chud is always gonna be there. Chud is gonna be the shadow of the Rays by this point, and Kevzi the one turning these players into ghosts with that Shatter. But in the end, the number's still too much to handle as right, and this lead is overwhelming. 8-0 here.
Yeah, hey, they are just looking nigh unstoppable at this point. And look at this, the timing. They already knew that, again, Alter Ego was already moving up into the site, not expecting the quick push out from Nakia from just how close he was already on ramps here. Seems like ZOL, he's starting to lose a little bit of that, or not really lose a little bit of that edge, a lot of that edge against Alter Ego here. Feels like Alter Ego's just unstoppable at this point. Nakia's already back on his showstopper, and that's a big problem for ZOL to just definitely try to deal with.
Yeah, ZOL looking very lost, honestly, in the sauce, and it's a heartbreaker for the squad here. Trying to get on the board, you know, the defense, but no dice. Adrian King again. Good spot and a good shot. Kakarot falls mid now, wide open for Alter Ego to manipulate. And with the Trailblazer, it draws the attention of Eman, but most of the forces of AE, they're knocking on A already.
Yeah, they're already here once again, right? And the rotation for ZOL Esports losing Kakarot in that one, it splits them up already. Quick use onto the Seekers right now. It's just going to expose that there's probably just one more player on the site, or at least on Heaven, not on the site right now. As Nakia, I like the use on this guy. Salvo. He sends it the other way and catches Hot Sauce. Kevzi's down to 9, and it seems like they're just pressing their advantage. There is no hold barred here for Alter Ego, and it's just left to Kevzi and Zin. They know that they're here around the corner, and look at how many players is not on the site for Alter Ego. They're just going to be playing for Heaven here.
Yeah, they're just happy to stay up top, but again, look at the situation for ZOL. Coming into a post plan, coming into the retake, they are hobbling on their feet. They are wounded immediately. And while Zin is going to go for his own last stand, a 1v3 ahead, Alter Ego will just bid him adieu and say bye, sure, save that gun. We'll continue on and get their 9th round. Honestly, Nakia, he has just shown up again, playing the enter here for AE. I like the fact that he's still putting the same pressure with similar angles. that showstopper a bit akin to how he sent it a while ago from screens, just a little bit more to the right, and that splash damage enough because he's expecting more for ZOL to come his way from the CT, but still knows he needs to clear Heaven. Because you look at the position, Asarai, right? Most of Alter Ego is gonna play on Heaven, so they need to make sure that that is completely clear for them to continue on into their post plan.
And what's kind of good about this is because of that Tejo just having so much, you know, crowd control, it just kind of chains well with the swiftness of Nakia, especially with that showstopper. Because if you're late on, you know, retreating from the site and you get hit by that guided salvo, it's just a sure shot to dying to the showstopper. And then of course you don't want to be on Heaven now because the showstopper with a I don't know, a random shot, a random explosion can just take you out, even when you're, you know, potentially safe on Heaven, which is, again, just so damn oppressive when you're just holding with, I don't know, the sky here on the side of ZOL.
And it just feels to me that ZOL is being out-rotated by Alter Ego right now. Given the results so far, AE, they have a better mastery with this Tejo-based composition, and ZOL's the one. And we were talking about how chemistry is so important for ZOL, but when you make a dynamic shift like this to go away from double control and double duelist that had some success with this Surge 5, you gotta wonder, is it gonna be enough value? Will it be fine? A lot more comfort with these agents. Answer seems to be no so far, but Eman will make a case for it. Eman this time! Shades up, and well, he steps up to find the double. They hold off mid. ZOL in a good spot to finally get on the board, but Alter Ego look to silence that immediately. Got it! Gets 3 immediately! Kakarot with the answer. Kakarot! Finally here for ZOL. They get the round, but there's still those creeping doubts that AE are making them work for it.
Yeah, I mean, that was too close for comfort. They already gotten such a good amount of kills here. And speaking of gotten, the player himself, my god, look at that 3K conversion from him. He just popped off that flash at the player at the back of sight of ZOL. Started off, but him just being able to get those two really put the sweat on ZOL on that one. Thankfully enough, as you mentioned, Kakarot held his own on Hell. Because the thing is, if he lost that one, that would have put it into a 1v1 where ZOL was still trying to, the rest of the ZOL players were still trying to rotate into that B site.
Yeah, and same can be said for Eman Wright. Very good timeout from Coach JCL. Probably a conversation about not losing confidence given the score. And when they can fight, ZOL Esports does shine. We see a bit more willingness to be the ones peeking out, not just being passive, letting Alter Ego get their way, get the space that they need. And a quick little tactic pause here, Asarai, sure, but ZOL, they do have a chance to make a rally now. 5 ultimates available, 5 rifles still on hand. They do have everything they would like and more to try and at least get a few more rounds on this defense.
That's true. That's very true. If they can get 1 to 2 more, right, that's already pretty big here for ZOL Esports. There you go. It's not the not a super long technical pause, so we're gonna be fine. Anyways, like you said, setup's gonna be quite good for them. But the thing is, right, they're still on the defending side, so they're separated from really just being able to chain these potential advantages together. Nakia, no,
Oh,
no way!
Not this
He's
time.
got the other one.
Not this time. Oh, ZOL, they thought they could get away with it again, but Nakia immediately says no. And he knocks down doors, man. He knocks down windows. He knocks down everything he can and more to give Alter Ego every avenue of attack. This round effectively over unless Zind finds the ace clutch in him. Spotted by the Trailblazer. Spike gonna get planted, but Nakia, nasty. And not only that, given the space that they have, they gave him the spike plant for the showstopper to be available.
Zind is just by himself now. He's already been spotted on alley, and now they're just slowly inching. And Alter Ego in this one, it just feels like the kills that they've gotten, not the player, but this entire team, it just feels like they get it just because they have the superior aim. And ZOL, at this point, they have no answer. They can't win any battles, and it's just very difficult to be in that spot because it feels like you're just you know, in a rut that you can't get out of.
Yeah, the speed of execution strong here for Alter Ego. Also the fact that, again, we see containment from AE. Sayu hasn't gotten much on the board in terms of the stats, but look at how he plays the salvo, right? Cuts off the retreat path of ZOL Esports, forcing players like Eman, who was stuck in heaven there alongside his teammate, to have to face off against Nakia. And you said the confidence with the mechanics here for AE, it's bearing fruit. Not only that, because these fights are what ZOL doesn't want to take. These are fights that ZOL feels very iffy about, and AE is taking advantage of it.
And they haven't really stopped taking advantage of it. No! No, what? That is just nuts. They just know. This is... I feel like at some point, ZOL, or Alter Ego, they've downloaded ZOL. And it's just 100% at this point. They just know every single corner, every single tight little angle. Fight, and they win it too.
I know exactly where you are.
Familiarity by Alter Ego, and now they're looking to set the fireworks over as a showstopper. Send it to Ali. Kevzi, Chip Sure is able to dodge
30
the lethal
seconds
blow.
left.
Spike also being planted. Nakia still unrelenting on the chase. Sees prey in front of him. That will be the demise of Sin. Kevzi just running away from the airstrike. Showstopper is denied. Alter Ego finish it off 11-1. And a commanding first half like this. We didn't expect this kind of a scoreline, Azurai, but Alter Ego all smiles after that one.
All right.
Let's raid unite. Must be
Pretty
ours.
rough start for ZOL here. Alter Ego is a breeze. I mean, the obvious thing, right? 11-1. Now we flip the switch. Emon on the start here with that
My
Tejo
camera is
leading the rest of ZOL straight to actually heaven. They want to try to do something here and now. Nakia's going to be around the corner, and he gets trapped, caught actually by the Boombot. Good start for ZOL here. Tap a couple of the shots, and they haven't really gotten too much map control except for that one as they try to go in. Chud is just converting once again. The Ghost. Boogity boo. As he's just able to scare the life out of these players of ZOL. 3-3 as the round continues.
Brother, you talk like that. It's still January. October is months away. Adrian King, though, holding
Spike
off
down
Evan
A.
coming his way. And Alter Ego now get the numbers back in their favor. Here comes the shot, though. Zin, very sharp. 2v2. Gets Zol into the plant. Salvo, though, looking to find at least a way to cancel the
Spike
plant towards the
planted.
defaults. Small adjustment, though. The corner.
Drone is down.
Good for Zol. Drone also getting the intel, but this allows Gotten now to try and line up the perfect paranoia. Blind comes on in, but it seems like it's still clear sights here for Zol.
Last
Zin
player
just
standing.
scurrying on away. Zin gets that pick. Zin with another! He saves the day there for Zol, and a much-needed pistol is given to the PH squad.
Yeah, and that's not going to force them anymore to go for a force buy, right? If they lost that pistol against Alter Ego. So it's a good situation to be in when you're in this tight of a spot. Obviously, just aside from just saving
have
that,
retrieved
you know,
the
one
spike.
extra buck around. In any case, Zin, heroics, guaranteed. 11-2, Alter Ego. I was kind of expecting maybe the force buy, right? Just to try to sweep the rug underneath ZOL, but they're playing the sure game of just having the gun round next round. You never know. Nakia's pretty solid with the weapons, and they're just going to use the numbers to push out an A main. Get the first pick 1-1.
But they're not gonna be too overeager. Look at how AE went in, dipped out as soon as they saw a full firing squad ahead of them. And at least it's Kakarot Gun denying the speedy entry here for Zol. So a good pick overall here for AE. Smart from Zol, though, to secure the gun and make sure that it's still in their hands.
Gonna rotate around as well, but look how fast Alter Ego
Locating target.
from A main straight to mid. Emon, he got an inkling of this. I'm not sure if they spotted Gotten, but they're not pushing it as well.
This is the part where I say, I wish it was like the Trailblazer. You could see which way it's looking. Because there is a chance that it wasn't looking at Gotten. And that's why AE
Yeah.
really exposed themselves towards main, just perhaps for that potential pinch. But we go back for Zol, making their way into A smoke, also courtesy of Gotten.
Yeah.
That's going to be raising some question marks for Zol right now. Ooh, maybe someone in smoke itself. Nakia, though, overrun and gunned down. Still trying to be
30
cheeky,
seconds left.
but the peek out is punished. Zol expecting that to
enemy
happen.
remaining.
Zind also with the spray down from afar. Automatic on the last shot, and it's Zol with the third round.
Yeah, Zen heating up here is a big one as well, as he's going to be able to maybe, right, start getting a couple of those lurk kills as well, being that Cypher on the attacking side. But look at this, Alter Ego just send it completely into A main.
Remaining.
It's the one round conversion. Again, ZOL was able to react to that one on time. Now, this is where I was mentioning it. The gun round for Alter Ego. Looking at the setups, it's nothing really different from what we saw a while ago. Just a flash from a Durn King here with a potential nade response from Nakia. And as you try to go for the double satchel in A main, there's also Gotham that could help out Nakia here, as he does have a paranoia in his arsenal.
Yeah. Salvo sent towards vents. And ZOL Esports getting mid control with an early piece of utility from the Tejo. So far though, it's something we were discussing at the halftime. Eman not too comfortable on the defense with the Tejo from how we've seen it, but here on the attacking side, getting more space for the team, giving perhaps Kakarot a chance to play into heaven. Trailblazer though, from Adrian King, looking to scout things out. Sewer presence may be implied, but this AE squad, there is danger afoot for the defense. They're effectively engaged here. Missiles again sent over onto vents. A standstill here as ZOL are looking to find any opening to make their headway from mid.
Well, they are starting to get that creep up into, I was about to say potentially B heaven, but Emma making that noise on ropes though. Gonna give away a little bit of that contact, and Adurn King is just getting the chains here. Has the crossfire alongside Nakia, and it's just a little bit too little, too late, as ZOL gets getting swiped
Match point.
on the face of the earth.
What? Alter Ego, you look at the mini-app and say these guys are trapped, but apparently it's ZOL who are trapped within them, in the server, in Split, in this map. Adrian King saw it coming. He said it a while ago. Noise made by Eman. That was a signal for this guy to be ready. But that ready, that quick on the shots, and then you still had that Ram's presence, then you get that helping hand from heaven. Alter Ego, they're firing on all cylinders, and that I feel is an understatement right now. Their shots have been so true. They have been so quick at getting these picks, and ZOL Esports, last chance in this map.
Yeah.
Scout destroyed.
And they have to try to do something different at this point. Sayu, look at the positioning, and Kakarot gets flashed by his own teammate. That's not good. Tries to reposition, but gets caught. The tag and the guided salvo finally actually gets a pick.
Spotify play What I've Done by Transformers, you know? By Linkin Park. That's Michael Bay, baby. Explosions anywhere, grenades, missiles, there's no escape. A free pick, sure, but Kakarot falling, got it, and actually caught out by the Heaven Lurk, and Zind has stepped up to the plate here in the second half. Case in point, a 3K here to make A possible.
That is just insane in the membrane.
Spike planted.
Now, good stuff for ZOL. I think it's just going to be a save for Alter Ego. They have no map control whatsoever. That smoke also just dissuading them from pushing into the other side of the spawn, going to A site. Yeah, they're just going to try to keep their weapons at this point.
Triggered.
So far, I mean, again, it's what, after this one, it's 8 rounds that they have to try to go through. That was a ZOL special on the second half on Split, but this is, it feels completely different from last time.
Yeah, but ZOL, this has to be the example they need to emulate, right? They look at the numbers for most of the players. A very quiet game from Hot Sauce compared to the big showings that he's had ever since he's returned to active competition. Those are the kind of key players that ZOL need to wake on up, to bring the fight to Alter Ego, because they only have 1 round left before they lose out on this map. Quick little timeout called, I believe, here by AE, right? Should be Alter Ego. Just discuss how to finish things off. They're close to some key ultimates, but as of right now, it's still AE with a bit of money to work with to buy up a few rifles along the way.
Yeah, just to try to, again, finish this game out already.
The score is lying, guys. Don't worry, we know the truth. 12-4 in favor of Alter Ego.
And honestly, it just feels like, again, ZOL are just scraping by in some of these rounds. It's looking a lot more consistent, right? But not as clear cut yet. Sure, there has been some pretty good set plays to get into the side, but it's again just one mistake is all it's going to take. How does ZOL kind of adjust through that? Because it feels like ZOL's able to get that start, but they aren't able to really transition into a good finish in these rounds.
No, I get you, right? And you saw the containment there in mid. Mail immediately bombarded by Nokia and Sayu. Alter Ego, they're getting more control with the utility on both sides of the map itself. But ZOL, if they can find a punch, they can find a way in, and that's the chance. That's the weakness we've seen from the defense so far. Good to see Coach Astor as well. Remember last split, he ended up subbing in this specific matchup and on this specific map. So yeah, some good words for Alter Ego, a guy who's done it all and more. ZOL now looking to play into A again. They found so much success on this site already.
And there's no one actually holding that A site. It's just a couple of the tripwires set up here. Kakarot should be hearing that right now as he's creeping closer and closer. I think the play right now for Alter Ego is to just try to pinch mid and play the retake on A. But look at this difference. King just being underneath them. What a shot from Emon, though, to get things started and hold on. They have to go for that conversion, which Emon does with the refrag. Looking at this one, it's going to be 3 versus 4. And Nokia, well, okay. Thought he was going to get hit by the boombot there, too. He's fine.
Yeah, there's so much pressure that ZOL is putting into Vents and Alter Ego. Sure, they found the fight in them, but maybe too eager to try and hold that angle. Nokia now and the rest need to find a way to get the retake going. 4v3 though. Numbers in favor of ZOL here. Kempsey with a spray down Zin as well. They're just going for the spam through the smoke and more. And even on the inside, there's no escaping Zin at all. A 3K again for Zin. I'd love to see the stats later on how many kills he's gotten specifically on the attacking side, because right now he has 16 overall.
Yeah, he's really lighting it up here, able to just kind of supplement the pushes right now that we're seeing from ZOL Esports, and they're starting to answer the question that I just laid out, you know, at the start of this that particular round, right? Is how they're going to be able to get those transitions in, and it seems like a bit of that is just due diligence to check the corners and a lot more, I think, confidence in the peaks, because Emon is looking, he just wants to get these challenges if he can, just so that again ZOL can get those prime real estate around the map here in terms of positioning.
ZOL again. Plays a mid. Drone. Broken on down, and Kakarot immediately watching out for Heaven here. Has been the point for Sayu for such a long time. The swing out though, and Gotten! Gotten! Massive kills with the Sheriff. The smoke's there to try and retrieve a few guns, but Hotsock the spray down at least to get the one. Pressure's on though, the Salva. Hotsock's trying to find anywhere to call save. The floor is lava when the missiles are there. The damage is done, and AE are out for blood. They send the Seekers too, just to confirm that ZOL are effectively trapped here by Ramen so far.
Yeah, and they can't really push out now, can they?
Retrieved the spike.
Just in case that maybe Alter Egos are actually pushed up close around the corner here. They have to be careful. 40 seconds on the clock. They do not have a lot of time. They have to choose where they want to go. Smoke has dissipated, as you saw on Mail. And now they have to try to do something. Chud is on the other side here. Kakarot tries to go for the contact on ropes, finds nothing. And coming back into B site. This could actually be pretty good, but the thing about that is Sayu has the Phantom here alongside his own teammate. They line it up. And now he's going to be playing Devil's Advocate to slow things down. There's no time. They have to go and plant the spike here. Do they know? Do they know they got it? Right around the corner. No, they do not. 4 seconds, 7 seconds. They're stopping him dead in their tracks. And he does not have enough time.
No time, no time. It's over.
No! That's it.
What a collapse.
Oh, he brings
Defenders win.
What a collapse there for ZOL. Caught napping by Gotten throughout the round.
At least having an exit strategy for him much easier compared to other duelists, which actually we've seen a lot of the teams right now that are playing on Pearl push very aggressively as defenders on the A main position.
We saw that yesterday, right? But with Naos against the Mongols for Patman. would just zip in and out, even if he's things like the getting detained and whatnot. He has the gate crash ready to just cause that chaos and even get out safely. But ZOL, on the other hand, it's their comp, tried and tested. Kakarot on the Killjoy, Hot Sauce on the Astra. Kevzi, of course, signature Sova for him. But they really need to bounce back here if they want to stand a chance in the series. AE, full confidence, playing into mid. Adrian and Chud. No surprise, they want to find the contact. Chud gets one. Adrian also with one of his own. And AE slip by, slither out, and get the advantage going for themselves.
Yeah, that's going to put a bit of a dent right now in the plans of ZOL Esports here. Somehow, though, look at how far Zin's gotten on the other side of the map. The TP's right there at the spawn. So if Nakia just decides to go back into home base, he's going to get caught. That being said here, though, Zin spots out one. Miracle Maker, but Nakia actually goes back and shuts him down. Okay,
Yeah.
so 3 versus 2 as the pistol round continues.
Yeah, the timing worked out because Nakia teleported, but effectively his teammate would have an angle into their own spawn. And allows him to make the trade happen at the very least. 3v2 right now. Secret hold here for the likes of ZOL. Dugout 2 as Hot Sauce tries to hit the stun. Got it though. How does he hit that? I don't even know. Kevzi all alone now. Cornered and fumigated. Man's gone. And AE are off to the races again. The pistol goes in favor of the defense.
I think they heard the reload as well from Kevzi. They're like, okay, we can just push him. And there's probably, yeah, there's no risk over that. But gotta say, Alter Ego, again, very proactive with that play that they just did outside on Library, as you saw here, and it actually worked out in their favor. This one was kind of nuts, too. I thought Zin would have probably picked up a second kill there. Unfortunately, Nakia is just too quick on the trigger, and this is gonna start a bit of a problem for ZOL. Ooh, okay. Zin buys up into the Marshall. He does like to do that.
Yeah, and it's a good angle to play into B-Long anyway. I have to say though, AE, they'll play aggressive as much as they can as long as they know they'll get away with it. That confidence from how they dominated Split, giving them those judgment calls to do exactly that in that first round. Now it's simple pickings here from Nakia. The Outlaw there to get the shot going. The Marshall though of Zin getting value, forcing Nakia away. Gate crash over onto the halls, and ZOL given some space to work with towards the B side.
Yeah, they're just getting spread out right now. They want the distance as much as possible. You know, again with the pistols. Smoke, though. Zin is going to be fighting against Nakia as soon as this dissipates, which it does. And Zin has the earlier peaks here, but Nakia's playing pretty contained. Good dart there, though. Wonder if... so close, and there you go. Zin finds it first.
Yeah, Zin has been very fast on the trigger. Looking for a second. There you go. That man had less HP, but Chud now looking stronger with a Bulldog on hand. And time running out here for
30
ZOL.
seconds left.
Might be forced to play to this B side. Kakarot still marking the holes, but Chud instead
Spike down,
prioritizing Kevzi. Hot Sauce finds the trade. The slow crawl of ZOL is finally stopped by Alter Ego. 2-0 for AE.
Yeah, they just couldn't really do anything at that point. Can they? Just had to go for the fight, see if they can, but you've already gotten position there. But there is some value on that one, too. Pretty expensive, especially with how Zin was just able to connect most of these martial shots. So at least putting a dent right in the bank of Alter Ego and kind of softening up this gun round for ZOL.
ZOL at least doing some damage, right? As you said, Zin's purchase on the Marshall, a reason to that rhythm. When he's feeling confident that he can hold his long angles, then he can contest them. Speaking of Zin, wants to lead the charge, Emin. Salva comes on out. Try and at least punish AE on the push, but AE wait for it to finish. Now the contact comes their way, and Emin's prepared to find that first pick. Emin too with a second beautiful swing. Containment also with the star right behind them. And ZOL, actually, giving AE a taste of their own medicine. The similar trap plays that we saw from AE in that last map, ZOL's doing it now.
Gotta love that as well. ZOL, driver's seat for this third round. That being said, though, don't want to overcommit here just yet, especially when Nakia is holding the tight angle here. And the read right now for Alter Ego is, as soon as they stop seeing, you know, any form of contact whatsoever in A main, they're thinking about the rotation, right? Especially when Again, both Nakia and Chud specifically haven't really gotten that one. Now they realize, it's been a couple of seconds. They haven't really been pushing up. It means it's going to be going back to that A site.
Yeah, and Salva now into the gravity well. There's no escape as ZOL again
30
just
seconds
catching
One
AE
enemy remaining.
like butterflies to a net here, Asarai. And
Spike planted.
ZOL now looking clean on the full buy. Zin, be careful. Oh, what a shot! Fast indeed. Very speedy kills from Zind. ZOL get on the board there.
Well. That was a pretty snappy one from Zind. You know what? He said, screw it. Can't really do Sentinel in this game. Puts the game into his own hands as he plays on that duelist. And he's already 6 kills in just 3 rounds. But of course, that was just the bonus. Or the weaker buy for Alter Ego. Now coming into this one, rifles all abound, and it seems like both teams willing to go for the fight on A main here. Guided salvo being used. It's a commitment. Budget smoke already right in front of them. Gravity well. Oh, gets a shot off, but that's a trade for trade with Nakia and Kevzi, or rather Eman and Nakia going down.
I like this better from AE. They got priority towards the corner of A main thanks to the Dizzy of Adrian King. And with that being said, also the orb now taken. So a fight for the orb, and the loss for Alter Ego isn't as big as it could be, honestly. It's just you're right now on the defense. Sure, you can be very hyperactive around the map, but you want for your stable utility players to play the anchor instead. Speaking of, Gotten being one of them towards main, right? You got Adrian King on the site too. The Aldrone, though, has been very pesky, courtesy of Kevzi. Gotten still holding steady, feeling confident he can get away with this. The answer here, Zindo tries to go for the spray, but
Spike
AE
down A.
seems like the truth of the matter here has to be they're just so confident at holding these angles so far.
Yeah, the 1-2 swing from the both of them. Ooh, a fully committed smoke.
30 seconds left.
Kakarot.
Great idea.
Close and person. No, what? He tried and actually flummoxed. Absolutely floundered that push. Not looking too good, and now it's all up to Hot Sauce. Fighting for his life, and he is actually thriving in the chaos. Unfortunately, the timer's gone red. 10 seconds.
left.
He's got to have to go for a sprint, not a marathon at this point.
No
2
time.
versus 1, and the YOLO commences. Cannot make it happen as Sayu is in a better spot. And Alter Ego with a good answer on that on this round.
I don't even think he'll make it. We're at, what, 4.6 already, and he was still a few steps away from starting to plan the spike. Overall, though, Alter Ego, small micro adjustment, and they're still back to their confident approach. They're winning these little things, Asarai, to put it lightly. Even the ambition of Kakarot, I like the idea. It's good to try and hug the side of the smoke, but the certain angle that Gotten took, and the certain angles the rest of AE would take in that A main push. The plan here for the Indonesia squad, test and look to condition. Prevent ZOL from being confident to play the A main. Immediately, the burn of the dash from Zin just again to get the priority to this area of the map.
Yeah, they really want to at least, threaten something there. And as soon as you're talking about, the commitment of ZOL just to get that A main control, immediately the answer for Alter Ego is to use that drone to check the other side right now. Zin finds the opening onto God, and that's pretty big though, as that is going to be Astra down already. Rash being used as well. Answer for answer right now, just to slow things down. Oh, it didn't actually get the hit that it was kind of hoping for. It breaks midair.
It's stuck there too in a pretty bad spot. Here for Alter Ego. Nakia, though, looking to be ambitious, trying to find Kakarot. But Kakarot, oh, he falls Eman instead. Burning down the Gecko with the missiles. I think for ZOL, they're finding small little weaknesses on the AE defense. One thing to note, Dugout has not been a strong position at all for Alter Ego. Now they put their forces towards that area. Nakia sending out the blind side too. Like they're planted. Kevzi will fall to Nakia. The jump peak's good to get the intel. Now they know where ZOL's mostly concentrated to link the position for the attackers on the post plant. We got Nakia still willing to lead the charge. Here he comes, but down he goes to Hot Sauce. Zind low HP. We hear now the Armageddon rain cuts away Sayu from Chud, but in the end, it's all about the stall here. Salva too, this post plant from ZOL Esports looking so suffocating, but Chud finds his first. 2v2 now.
Last player
Top,
standing.
they know he's there.
One
Chud
enemy
again!
remaining.
And Chud with 7 HP, but he's run out of time here. Hot Sauce can now toy with his opponent by this point. And ZOL will make a second round possible.
Chud also falls down, so no saved up weapons for Alter Ego coming into the next round. And this is so important for ZOL here. Honestly, you're absolutely right. They got such a great post-plant position. And honestly, it looked pretty promising. I mean, they still get the round, sure, but damn, Chud is just insane with these fights. I thought he could have just maybe handled the 3 versus 1 there.
Yeah, I believe too. Don't worry. But
that was nuts. Yeah.
One thing AE needs to be very careful now is when they lose a main, that's the second time that Kevzy sends a drone. They dart towards the middle of Secret and Dugout. Someone immediately shoots there. And since someone's tagged, they're just dead. AE cannot use that position for safety right now, given how ZOL is getting this map control.
Well, this is good for ZOL then. Kakarot, though, gonna have to reposition, fall back if he can. Just able to do so as Alter Ego showed their hand a little bit. Not the budget smoke, it's committed smoke here on the entryway to the B site. That turret not spotting out Kevzy, and he's pretty close with the spike, so wrong information for Alter Ego, and this can actually open up the B site quite easily for ZOL.
This turret is right beside him. Kevzy can pat the turret with his other hand, be like, it's a good turret. They smoke it too. Chud heard it though, is aware of something being amiss, but as soon as he peeks, there's just no escape. Kakarot cornering Chud. This is now ZOL looking to go push the advantage. Spike planted, but the Blade Storm is denied more value. ZOL again, loving this longer post-plant game. See the star setup, Eman, 20 seconds away from the salvo. Nakia though, eventual drift into play. AE looking to find a bit of space to work with. The shorty and the dream here, and the shorty isn't gonna be sharp enough. Cosmic Divide though is the call, and immediately ZOL send out utility as the answer. Hunter Fury gonna be into play. Now you see Kakarot going for the push, but Gotten again, masterful shots. Gotten gets 3, and because of it, it's space created and it's round stolen. Alter Ego with a thrifty there as Kevzy shoots down the rest of them.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The Cosmic Divide, it's already given them the space, the opening. I was wondering, Nakia, the Dimensional Drift, there has to be something that Alter Ego has, you know, an ulterior motive with that Dimensional Drift play, right? And it's actually the commitment with Gotten on the Cosmic Divide. I didn't even think about that. ZOL, it looked like they had so much to use for the post-plant, right? The lineups, the Hunter's Fury, all of that sweet jazz. But because they don't know where the fuse is, what's happening, they can't really tell what to do in that situation.
Chaos time though. Nakia hit by the flick. Sin fast on the shot, and Sin is even gonna get the second. Sin wants more. Sin gets more, and ZOL now looking confident to play into this A side. A hero rifle in the hands of the Jets. Kev 2 picking that one up. That's big damage, but Gotten again. Gotten has been a mastermind of these smokes. Still finding some pivotal damage, something AE can work with, but ZOL now have free reign to play into B.
Let's go the other direction already. Yeah, they're just gonna be able to plant the spike already. So much time as well. Chud is near the position. Question right now is if he's gonna be able to deal with Hot Sauce first. That is just tucking himself to the back of the site for the moment. Timing. Oh, he's actually, I think,
knows he's
a
here.
good spot.
He knows he's here because of the missiles again. But there's the trade now, courtesy of Hot Sauce. 2v1 Asarai. And I think that's one thing many players of the tail need to watch out for. When you send out your salvo, you give away your initial position, just quickly eliminating possibilities. Now Gotten, 53 HP, but still a chance to find an answer. Hot Sauce though knows he's just one bullet away from his demise. And there you have it, a third round for ZOL.
Yeah, ZOL really having a lot of reactionary plays to this one. A great starter there for Sin. Just so laser focused. Man has just been, you know, doing so well in Pearl ever since, right? He started his career in Valorant. And it just goes to show so much confidence, so much knowledge with the angles.
He's bringing the fight to Alter Ego, that's for sure. 11 on the board. when ZOL didn't have even the best kit to play into that last round. Just because of his heroics, his antics. Look at the respect AE need to give. Sure, of course, it's an eco round. They can't really fully contest this. They get the scan, no Zins around. Kevzy, though, punishing Gotham this time around. ZOL now, chance to play into it. This lockdown is going to buy them a lot of space to work with.
Yeah, look at how far back the smokes are, just at the edge of the lockdown there, just so that, you know, they can block even more vision from Alter Ego here. Plan on a spike will be successful, and ZOL just backing away into A main. They have so much firepower here, as well as just utility to pay for the post. And Alter Ego, they're just trying to sneak some kills, but it's not working out.
The cover's really good for ZOL. Honestly, a very spicy call to send Eman in there to get the spike plan going. So they want the Armageddon as soon as possible. Shud, though, finding Zin. Eman now 1 away from his ult. Looking to get the kill. There you go. Ult secured. Round secured. 4-4 as ZOL tie things up.
Yeah, no chance you're going to be able to just, you know, play the back of the site safely. You're going to get flushed out by a ZOL here, and you're right. Eman's going to have that Armageddon up and running once more. That being said, Alter Ego, they got the problem ultimate to deal with once again. Cosmic Divide is available for Gotham. I don't know if the same situation is going to ever happen again like that, but it's striking a bit of, I think, trauma here for ZOL. Gotta be careful.
I mean, ZOL is answering Gotham a bit better now. We've seen him get punished for the past few rounds, as AE was on the lesser buy in the last one. I do feel, though, for ZOL, that's also why they prioritize getting the Teho ult as soon as possible. It's another post-plant ultimate they can use if need be. Zind, yet again, though, making his way into mid. Drone sent into Art. Find what's authentic, what's real. And Shud, unfortunately, is just a faker behind the box. Zind! A second here. Man is on a mission, Asarai, and ZOL is just reaping the rewards because of it. Got it in hot sauce now with a bit of a duel. That's danger for ZOL because A main still has AE. Zin, though, still fast and still so quick. A third again. Zin even with 4. Just bow down to this man at this point as ZOL has finally taken the lead in this series.
He's the one that you have to be cautious about. Why even, you know, does he just not keep continuing playing as the duelist? He's just so good. Every single fight he's taken, like you mentioned, he's just won straight up. Gotten could not get out of this position as Zin is just so quick into getting even more advantages for the ZOL team. Now, Alter Ego, you know, they felt the presence, they felt the pressure. Gotta be calling a timeout, especially on this insane string of the 4K from Zind.
Yeah, Zind has just been finding these targets immediately. Honestly, these are just blink and you miss it kind of flicks, right? Even inside the smoke, and more Alter Ego is being pushed back from the closer angles that they held from round number 1 onwards. You can see AE looking to play more so for their utility, looking to play into these post-plant scenarios just because the contests just haven't been successful here for AE as much as they would like.
Well, they are trying, but I think at some point, you know, ZOL's just... I've said this on the split map with Alter Ego downloading ZOL. It's the same thing with ZOL here downloading Alter Ego on those first contact plays. And you're absolutely right. Alter Ego has to mix something up, and that's probably why they have called a timeout. It's also going to be around where Alter Ego is just a bit dry on the buys.
Yeah.
ZOL's just stacking up all these nice little ult charges too.
And look at this. Kevzy is just 1 away from the Hunter's Fury now. As soon as AE sets up the gigantic wall again with the Cosmic Divide, ZOL will just say, okay, cool, we're ready for it this time around. Learning lessons.
Recovering it.
That's what you want to see here from ZOL. But A main again. Oh, hot sauce with the shutdown. Nokia, though, finds a trade, picks up the gun along the way, and Kakarot fall for the decoy, finds the real one, and with it, authority given as ZOL cash out the anti-lurk, and a big chance now to play into this A side here.
Yeah, they're just waiting for the smoke to dissipate before they start moving in once again. There's no real harm. They have plenty of time, and they're already close onto the site. Zin's already pushed up, prepping the tailwind for a bit of that contact. Spotting here on Library, but will not find anybody. Maybe to just straight up flat right now, and Chud still a master move.
Oh, he's thinking about
Brother.
it. He's very tempted to do so. The ZOL respond with the Hunter's Fury and ult of their own, perhaps. Kevzy gets cover with a Cloud Burst. And over on to A-Main, so they're going to cede the space for now. There's the tap, there's the Cosmic Divide, and Zind is still in there, infiltrating behind enemy lines. A 1-for-1 though, and Hunter's Fury is exactly what they need. Kakarot though, looking to fear on the other side, waiting for a sound cue, and Kakarot with an incredible backstab. Kevzy and Kakarot, they connect well, and ZOL find their 6th round.
Not this time, Alter Ego. No bueno on the Cosmic Divide. Not gonna get that happening once again. And completely controlled round right here for ZOL Esports. There was, again, you know, that Chud brilliance that we've come to know and expect, but right now, with ZOL being very in sync with each other, able to just deal with all of the curveballs, you know, the Alter Ego have been chucking their way. So it's pretty good to see ZOL be able to do this. 2 more rounds left in the first half, and ZOL, if they can make this 8-4, looking a lot better, of course, if they get into that second half.
And we said a while ago, most of the ZOL success on this map stems from the defense rather than the attacking side. Already great signs here for ZOL Esports. Chance perhaps to even get on the board for this series itself. So Nakia will want to say something about it. The gate crash to go so far away. And Hunter's Fury even trying to find the punish, but no dice. The ultimate burnt without getting much value. Adren King over onto the corner, but ZOL sees the massive presence of Alter Ego on A, and they're gonna go towards B side instead.
I'll handle this.
Yeah, Nakia is just going straight up for the Dimensional Drift, trying to get as much information as he can, and he's already gotten that. And look at this, Alter Ego, they just vacate the A site straight up onto B.
Immediate.
And yeah, immediately they just figure it out. 50 seconds on the clock. There's no more recourse to go back to the other side.
Yeah, AE, they'll have to stay on site now if they want to stand a chance. Here comes the Thrash though into play. Kakarot finding Nakia. And ZOL at least with the advantage, but Chud still holding steady after we saw the Armageddon. Kevzy gets a double here. They hit 4v2. ZOL running out of time. Missiles do fly. Chud though stuck between the rock and the hard place. It's up to Godin to do it all. 1v2. Godin gets one. 1v1. One bullet in the shape from Evan. Now he decides to commit the reload. And with it, a massive moment for Godin. Goated there to get the 3K. And it's a 5-round scoreline here for Alter Ego.
Damn, you cannot have a round end in that way where you just do not have any more bullets. I mean, it happens, but Gotten did not miss the opportunity to take advantage of that. And what's even more impressive for him is just how well he held his position on that tiny spot, right? He got cleared out at the back of B with the utility usage of the guided salvos, somehow repositions, hold his own, and put him in a spot where he gets the upper hand against Emon.
Yeah, and you also give a participation medal there to Chud. Because of his presence in holes, Emon had to burn so much utility his way. We saw the Armageddon, yes. We also saw the salvo sent his way just to make sure holes was as clear as possible, buying space for Gotten to work with. Some massive key players here from Alter Ego. We're expecting them to just hit these shots in the clutch, and they do deliver.
Here.
Yeah, and then some, right? It's not just the little bit, so much more. Now, a bit more mid-control for ZOL here as they try to work their way through library. If they overcommit to this one and get pushed back because of the nanoswarms placed on A by Chud, could go the other direction to potentially go to B. There's not really much mid-presence I think Alter Ego really have. But that being said, ZOL is being pretty cautious about the approach that they're taking.
So wary
30
again
seconds left.
of Alter Ego in this regard, and Zind off in hand, blades in the other. Goes for the entry. Nanoswarm though making it awkward, and Chud has no fear of his own utility. It's a 2-for-1 in Alter Ego's favor. Still control. Nakia though shut down by Hot Sauce. And Hot Sauce over onto the corner. Sayu trying to find the shutdown onto the Astra. But Mosh Pit though, this is tough for Kevzy. No escape. It's gonna be the burst there, and Gotten again to end it all. Alter Ego will finish the half off with a tied score 6-6.
Yeah, they finally find the answer at the end of the first half. And here we are, 6-6. We've cleaned the slate, to be fair, right? It's neck and neck once again with Alter Ego's efforts in those last 2 rounds. ZOL, though, commanding up until, but again, it's a fresh start in the second half.
And this is their strong side from what we've seen so far here in VCTC. Alter Ego, though, will look to turn that tail around, and immediately they send out the fake out. I love to see from Alter Ego here how safe they can get to the close plant, right? You have the Gecko, you have the Yoru, 2 agents who can effectively get that spike down planted in relative safety. This AE now swarm the A side. Wingman's on it, gonna get burnt by the Nano Swarm. So it does give ZOL some time to work with.
Yeah, you can already see that ZOL Esports here very contained at the back of the site. Planter, that being Nakia, actually just able to use that conventional or that gate crash, just get out of position.
Adrin.
Ooh,
Zin falls. At least catching out the lurk now. 4v4. Long rotation actually from Gotten. Sayu has to buy so much time. So for now, Emma though with a double. Kevzi also with the catch onto the Gecko. And Gotten, this is the problem. Way too far away. Nice shot though. At least shut down the diffuser there. Emma and Kevzi look to finish things off. Gotten with 4 HP. Still alive and fighting. Now he's buying time. Gotten, you can't get away with this. Kevzi now with a shutdown. But is there enough time? It's halfway done, Azurai. A chance for ZOL, but no chance as Gotten is able to outplay them again. The clutch for Alter Ego. But Gotten has just been a massive impact player for the past few rounds already.
Dude! Alright, we need to see the replay on where he placed himself. Crosshair placement on the 3 versus 1. Look at that taps. The second one was important here. Look at how low Emon got, and he got that that second kill. That was super important because now there was no chance in hell that Kevzi is going to commit the second half of that defuse. He has to deal with Gotten in that 1 versus 1. And Gotten, like you mentioned, he just saved the day. Burned enough rounds. Or
Such a long rotation. And he still knows how to get away with it. Gotten is a miracle worker and a half here for Alter Ego. And they just say he's goated. I said he was goated a while ago, and it just goes to show when you have a player like that with that natural instinct, knows how to maximize the map. It's been Alter Ego just getting that gift again and again. Smoke set up, sure, the salvo in play. And as AE now do also have Chud on the lurk, trying to make his way towards Art. If he finds an avenue to work with into A, that can be a given. But Gotten again to start things off strong here for AE.
That's a really good flank timing right now from Chud. They're not going to expect this. Nakia actually does fall down to the crossfire. This is still pretty doable for ZOL up until Chud maybe comes around for the big flank. Hot Sauce is going to uncover this, and actually won that fight, and that's going to be the trade for Trey Kevzi, and it's just yeah, tsunami of Alter Ego players.
Yeah.
Still though, good eco damage, but that's just about it. Eco damage.
Feels bad for Zin. He's the one who got spotted. He's still the one who got sprayed, even though his teammate was right there. Tough for ZOL, but Alter Ego. The momentum has swung heavily in their favor, and right now it's gonna be the buy round for ZOL to just shut that down. I looked at this defense though here for ZOL. Some of the strongest plays that they have really include the synergy between Hot Sauce, Eman, as well as Kakarot. If they get the contained with the gravity well, you will expect those salvos to come into play. That's the traps that ZOL love to run on a map like Pearl, and AE need to avoid the stars at all costs.
Oh, he was holding the pixel angle too, and still gets tagged down to critical. Kevzi's gonna have to back away because his utility is so important. They need that recon dart. They need that chop dart. Okay, he's using everything. They need that. It's overthrown.
It sounds like they need a lot of things. But this is the strength of the composition for Alter Ego. You just zip out. You send the Nakia, he gate crashes out, someone else picks up the pieces. If not, Wingman gets a job the first try. And Alter Ego eventually, they will plant that spike. ZOL Esports have reveal now with the Cosmic Divide, but Adren King, maybe of course, the first watcher here at the wall. Adren King! Oh! The Night's Watch for the Gecko. Chud to finish off. ZOL who were walking into that one, and nicely done by AE to take that bonus.
Their watch truly has begun. And he was just the solo YOLO man right there. He's just holding by himself for as long as he possibly could. Sure, it's just pistols from ZOL Esports, but that doesn't matter to him. It doesn't matter, especially with the numbers that they've had, but still holding his own in that one. 6-9, looking pretty fine for Alter Ego here. 3-round advantage. And ZOL, they're running out of time right now, man. What is it? Alter Ego just needs 4 more rounds.
Good man.
That's it. Yeah.
Proud of you.
Well, thank you. I finished my grade school degree. So.
Yeah, like last year?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Asarai. You are now part of the working force. But yeah, you and I get how AE is playing this so well, right? There's so many plans for the plan for AE.
Yeah.
So many ways for them to just say, okay, we don't need to actually sacrifice anyone. Nakia's got this. If not, Adren King's got this. If not, whoever picks up the spike after they're fighting, and ZOL will need to get more value out of that utility, not just to stall for the plant itself, but they need to find a pick alongside it or with it.
Gotta now trying to open up as Alter Ego compressed on this one. Actually, not super compressed. 1-3-1. Gonna be going for the split onto the B site. This could work out. As you can see that Nakia does he have a teleport? Okay, yeah, he does. Look a little bit blurry on my side. A main is the rotation. B main or B site is where it truly will go. No stopping the plant here as they've just cleared out B pretty cleanly, honestly.
And as you can see here, Asarai, Sayu is the biggest fan of Wingman. He did everything he can to allow Wingman to do his job for once. Wingman has been abused in the workplace by the Nana Swarms and the Salvo, and Sayu has had enough of this cruelty to such a creature.
So can you say that this is, Sayu's wingman's wingman?
Yes, exactly. He's the guy who during the day probably runs the jungle safari we went to that one time.
That was a total bro. Yeah.
He loves the wildlife. But hey, look at this. He's also 1 away from the Hunter's Fury after that round, by the way.
Yeah, it's pretty sick then, because that's just gonna help the post plan just be a lot better here. Gotta say as well, Nakia. How many times have we seen the dimensional drift from him? I think like 2 to 3 times, and it's been used. I think very well. I like how Nakia plays the dimensional drift. Not to, pierce through the site. It's to get as much information so that the setup of utility for Alter Ego is a lot more clear cut, right? With a lot more intention. Oh, Kakarot's playing here. Kevzy's right here at the back of the site. Start putting this smoke here, the gravity well there, so on and so forth, right? And I feel like this is just allowing Alter Ego for a lot more options when they have that dimensional drift. Of course, you can still use it the traditional way, which is to just exit and then just, take a shot off. But this is looking a lot better because it gives them a more cohesive map control and site control, more importantly, for Alter Ego.
And Alter Ego has just had every single answer towards ZOL. We always talk about how important prep work is, and AE, we didn't expect a big shift in the composition, but suddenly, this is the right answer. But how ZOL plays into the defense, how they try to prevent the plan from happening in the first place.
Revealing area.
With Godin and Chud firing on all cylinders throughout the series, AE also providing the firepower so far on their opponent's map pick. A split-up approach though. Nakia wants to make some noise towards the B sites. And ZOL, sure, they have the buys. They also want to buy for A main if they're given a chance. Eman though, sees the decoy go his way. Smoke gonna get popped, and as soon as that happens, that's exactly what Nakia wanted. Just gate crashes towards the A side here.
Is there one play maybe for this game where Nakia just becomes the fake out, right? Anyway, Zin. Yeah,
oh, Zin?
He's tucked around the corner. They don't know.
Man.
He's in a really good spot. Trigger discipline. No, not like this. He can't get the second kill. That will be a trade from Hot Sauce, though. So maybe this is the fighting chance that they have. Well, actually, it is working out. Kevzi's around the corner here, and he falls down to a Durin King. This is still equal trades between the two teams, and Amon finds Nakia sleeping. Now, Durin King by himself. Thankfully enough, he's got the wingman to plant the spike for him, and it's a 2 versus 1. No more utility left between the 3 players. And it's just gunfight after gunfight. Oh! The conversion of Durin King with the 2K conversion. Oh my god, he just clutched the round heartily for Alter Ego.
Give this man his crown. Give this man his crown.
A fine day.
Just exactly what we expected in how he plays the Gecko, right? Just very safe play to go for the plant. Allows him the angle from A main to just go for the shots, and ZOL just one by one going into his crosshairs. Durin King has just been one of the stars of Indonesia for such a long time, a journeyman really in his career. But here in Alter Ego, he's providing those talents, those peaks. With that, an incredible round, and ZOL is hobbling on the economy as a result.
Oh yeah. This is just not looking too good. Zin though, Hero Vandal at this point, you can see that Zol's actively looking for a pick right now, because if Zin can get another, kill, at least he can give the Vandal while he plays with the Blade Storm. Nakia. Now, oh no, there it is. That's what I'm talking about, right? The delivery system. With the Dimensional Drift, you just don't have a chance to react to ZOL.
And Emman has been caught mid-utility by Alter Ego around 2 times in this whole series.
Zin's in trouble.
You said it. Can he escape in time? But that's a big question. I think the chain does actually still find value. It's a 1-for-1. Sayu though with the shutdown out the Hot Sauce. Sin from above, still fighting, still kicking. Sayu the one sleeping as a result.
Oh,
Height though doesn't mean might. Kevzi, nice shot to bring it to a 1v1. But he only has the sheriff on hand. Durin King, he's done it before. They can't do it again! ZOL Esports, they answer back! And Kevzi now connecting to get the 3K. And with it, a 7th round. Pretty convenient for ZOL in this regard.
Yeah, that was such an important round to be picked up right now for ZOL. Great stuff from Kevzi there. That was just way too close. Honestly, I thought that Zin in that spot in the 1 versus 1 against Chud should have actually won that one though, but the peek out from Chud and just the shot was pretty much just, well, whew. Anyways, the clutch from Kevzi really does give ZOL here that big boost, because right now, looking into it, Zin, he's finally got himself his hands on an operator, and that could at least, well, maybe mix up how the rounds have been interacting.
Yeah. I mean, they needed that one immensely. They got beaten in the clutch before. Now they're able to stabilize on their eco. Zin, operator in hand. Sure shot versus Sayu. Nakia tries to find the punish, but Kevzi's there for the cover. And still advantage here for ZOL. This is how they want to play this defense. Start things off with the numbers, especially with the operator. Zin has been very fast at finding these angles, and he's not done. If a Tristan peeks, he might be dead. And there you have it. The truth is, this operator is so honed in. And ZOL Esports is reaping the rewards because of it. Kakarot, though, finds the final 2. And here by Arts, they might be contained. ZOL now putting more forces into Link. Not only that, Salvo's into play. Zind has a dash ready, but the angle's awkward. Kakarot instead isolated by Got It. Beautiful scan, looks for the wall bang. Damage sure, it's still not death. And here you go with ZOL, stopping AE from getting any kind of room to breathe on the site.
Yeah, they couldn't really fight for that too much. Now they're actually going to be pushing in. 2 versus 3.
Yeah.
Look at the angle. Zin gets himself a 3rd kill with the operator, and Amon just finishes it off. ZOL, now with the help of this sniper and in the hands of Zin, that is truly a fearsome weapon. It is giving a different dynamic here. Look at just how quickly the offense of Alter Ego crumbles on A main. This is what ZOL desperately needs, but of course, that was a kind of hand that they had to show, right, in this round. Now Alter Ego has to call for that timeout, figure out the approach against the operator of Zin.
Yeah, Zin is gonna look to find these opportunities as soon as possible, and The concern here for Alter Ego would be how much utility they burn just to dislodge Sin at the very start, right? And then that means what can they use to counter the potential utility ZOL has coming into the plant scenario? That's when ZOL can take advantage, and this is why they're swinging with the operator. This is why they're protecting Zin at all costs, because the pick potential he has here will be so instrumental for more success here for ZOL Esports.
Well, now there is a very good chance, honestly, that ZOL can get that hurdle that they're hoping for. Every single time that they've, again, faced against Alter Ego, it's been 2-0s. It's getting close to, you know, that situation where it's potentially a 13-11 once again. But we'll see if ZOL can be on the other end there and push us into game number 3. Operator's been pretty good for Zin from that last round, but again, could always change up.
I mean, you'd think for ZOL, right? It would be a big relief if they could get a map win over Alter Ego. Always a bridesmaid, never the bride kind of situation. Always close games. But the score doesn't lie, the stats don't lie. It's been AE who's had the number of ZOL for quite a good amount of months already, and we'll see now as Godin and Sayu put the pressure towards double doors. Kakarot considering the swing. There he goes. Big surprise, and Godin doesn't even see it coming. A first pick going in favor of ZOL Esports. Kevzi, very committed angle here by Arts. But it doesn't matter. He's good for 1. He's good for 2. He's looking for 3. Won't get it versus Sayu though.
Taking
That Alter Ego trying at least some
One enemy remaining.
onto the site. Hot Sauce denies any kind of presence from the Yoru. And ZOL just 1 target away from getting their 9th round here.
Yeah, 3 versus 1 as well. And Sayo still has to
30
clear
seconds left.
a good amount of real estate just to get into the other side. The thing is, if he plants anywhere else other than maybe safe, he probably gets just shot by Zin here. That being said, though, he might be able to plant the spike before anything else happens.
Spike
right in
planted.
front of him. Zin,
Wait.
I don't think he knew how close Sayu was when he was planting that spike, so that's a given.
That would have been the bravest play we would ever see today. And that's putting it in good terms and not the real ones. In any case, you got the Cloud Burst now in play. Zin, spots the opposition. Sayu, a chance there to find the transfer, but Hot Sauce faster on the trigger. Good try from Sayu. He got a 3K there, but ZOL again. This time, they're just really catching AE with the off timings, right? Kakarot going for the swing from the connector. Kevzi playing into Art, still having, I believe, a teammate around him. Yeah, the Teho of Eman to provide that cover. And those committed positions working out for ZOL this round.
Yeah, and again, you know, it seems like ZOL, they're taking these calculated risks to peek out, especially that one with Kakarot, who was just alone by himself. If there was like potentially 2 players, he might have just gotten, you know, picked off and lost all KJ utility around the map, and maybe even given Alter Ego that mid control they were kind of looking for. But well, risks do tend to pay, and it's paying dividends, lots of it for ZOL Esports here.
Yeah, it's paying off for now. And Alter Ego, money's looking pretty tight here actually. They lose this one, it's gonna be an eco. Rash though, sent to clear out those initial corners. ZOL conditioning AE to burn some utility as soon as they have to. Like though, being planted, Wingman. The adjustment really from Adrian King. Not really the plant spot ZOL expected. AE looked to make to. Armageddon though, keeping the Gecko and the Yoru on the other side of the airstrike. Adrian King as well as Nakia fighting for their lives. Pressure's on by the Link. Here comes Kevzi now for the swing. Kevzi's the first one to get a pick. Lockdown 2, a countdown from the middle of the map. Got it waiting, but he's gone. And AE falling apart at the seams. Cosmic Divide to make sure it's safe. This should be a defuse. Sayu trying his might, yes, but he can't even get close enough. ZOL still having the fight in them. A flawless to get to double digits.
Wow, wow, wow. This is ZOL climbing. Just edging closer and closer to a potential round advantage over Alter Ego, who have just been completely stopped of momentum at this point. You saw the plays coming in, and there's this weird interaction between the two teams on Library there, where Alter Ego would just not back away. And Eman, he was just, okay, thank you so much. I'm going to use everything I have as Tejo and flush you out, punish you. And it goes to show the guided salvo just getting so much value there for ZOL Esports.
And ZOL Esports are very hyper aware that they can cut up Alter Ego with the Armageddon.
Bomb grenade
So
out.
far, they've been very wary of any kind of hold close plays from Alter Ego, especially given what Godin and Chud have done in the series so far. Onto the site though, fast take here from Alter Ego, but the Fury should get the cancel going. Kevzi now catching Nokia, but Nokia takes down one with him, and Adrian King avoiding all the elements. The lightning strikes, but the Gecko able to at least avoid it. Wingman also retrieved. Shot from Zinto, not fast enough, and here we go now. Bladestorm in hand, Zin's going hunting. The Dizzy though, the Goop making it tough. Adrian King still wants it, still gets it. Kevzi now with the trade. Here the Hunter's Fury, there's no escape for Chud. He's stuck in the corner, and the salvo will get him. 2v3 though. Sayu buying time. Here comes the stun now. Godin also with the pull. Wants to swing. Can't get it shot. Sayu all alone with a stinger on hand. And it's a double up here by ZOL. Time still ticks. Bullets left. And here comes ZOL to finish off the job. We're not done, folks. ZOL has been climbing. And they see AE now. 11-11 as we are tied up.
Yeah, the wish for ZOL here to bring it to map number 3 is looking a lot more feasible. It's in the horizon, Dax. So close. Alter Ego, they will be having their gun round once again. And this is where I have to say it. We've been here
We've been here before.
for exactly.
We are on the same page as Rai. We've seen the score before,
Oh,
ZOL.
no.
We've seen this happen. But from history, this is where it usually ends. Will we finally get ZOL a chance to push it to 12 and more? Or will AE
Oh, they both
get
pushed.
it done again? You said it. The push comes, and AE execute quickly. They find Eman, Kevzi trades, and it's a 4v4 to begin the action with.
I wonder if they're gonna still keep pushing up onto B main here. No, looks like they just want that mid control. Bit of contact potentially between Chud and Hot Sauce. Hot Sauce about to go for the swing, but he does fall. This is not good. They've already lost this one. Kakarot could be in a really good spot here, but they spotted him out. There's the fight. Could not spray transfer onto Gotten. That opens up the A site. The big problem with this one is looking into the ultimate. There is going to be the Cosmic Divide available for Gotten right now. Can use it for the post plant to at least just separate Kevzi and Zind from the rest of Alter Ego from even just, again, playing this post to their advantage.
Yeah, I was looking at Kevzi, had the angle to go for the darts, and the tag on the foot, Gotten! Gotten's gone now! A second shot to secure it. 2v2 though. Still a few darts to use here for Kevzi swing out here from Alter Ego. They gun down the WAN in the smoke. And it's up to Zind to do all he can. 2 bullets in the operator, 2 targets ahead of him. And Adrian King will shut that one down. AE continue like they didn't
Match
even
point.
lose out the last few rounds here, Asarai. It's map point. Heck, it's series point for Alter Ego.
What are the chances it happens again, Dax? What
This-
are the
this-
chances
this-
it happens
I
again?
see it. I'm seeing it.
The vision.
Yikes.
Also, I'm kind of wondering why Gotten was, trying to reposition from there. When I was thinking, like, is he really in trouble? I don't think he was, in trouble of getting flushed out. But in any case, moving on. We're here
you can see
once
it.
more. I think
can
there's flashbacks here for
You can,
Soul
yeah,
Team.
right. You can see it in the body language right now for ZOL. We've been in the same spot before.
Oh yeah.
Online, LAN, ZOL 11 go hand in hand. But this is their best chance in a long time to force overtime. Alter Ego though, just immediately from the get-go in that round, they knew that ZOL was mounting the comeback. They had the firepower and just confident approach after confident approach from both that B push at the very start, even into the A execute.
With your losses, right? Where has that brought you? Back to me, back to Alter Ego, back to this situation once again. Oh my God, this cannot be another potential 13-11. Zol's got to break the curse sometime, right? Anyway, Zind, he's back on the operator once more. It's threatening, but Alter Ego are starting to adjust. The question here is that what? No! This is already looking horrible for them. Zind
Spike
operator
down,
heroics here on B-Long, but now they know they don't have to take the fight here. Although you can see it already, Nakia does have the drift as well as the Cosmic Divide. And Zind is keeping them afloat. 3 versus 2. It's much more doable here.
He's sending it. Nakia wants to get in his face, but Sin just sticks the barrel to his chest, and Nakia's gone now. Alter Ego make their way to the spike plateau, but Sin is doing it all here for ZOL. And the drone too. Hammond scouting into halls. Doesn't spot him. They don't know where Sayus is actually. And Sin might not see this coming. Got them now. Over by Link. It's still AE. Trying to play this patiently. Hammond with it clear, but he's gone. Mid utility. It's all AE here and Alter Ego. Sin is busy with the defuse. They just suck him to the center, and there you have it. Alter Ego is inevitable, and history repeats yet again. 2-0 by AE, another 13-11